entire industries. Yet, a critical challenge looms. Today's AI solutions work in isolated silos, lacking collaboration and hampering performance. Enterprises are left grappling with disjointed technology stack, failing to achieve long-lasting AI-driven transformation. Enter Smith OS, the world's first AI operating system for enterprises. Smith OS enables businesses to create seamless networks of coordinated AI agents, transforming complex business workflows into hyper-performing automation. Whether you're a global brand, large enterprise, or government agency, Smith OS is crafted to unlock unparalleled efficiency, collaboration, and performance. What makes Smith OS revolutionary? A network of coordinated AI agents that collaborate seamlessly. With our simple-to-use no-code operating system, democratizing AI becomes effortless. Gain a competitive edge with adaptive, real-time AI coordination. Unlock efficiency, innovation, and unparalleled performance. Modernize with data-driven decisions and be more responsive, informed, and agile. Build trust with robust security and compliance features. Shape the future of collaboration with a harmonious blend of human intuition and AI precision. Smith OS. Welcome to the future of AI for enterprises.
Hi, I'm John, and today I want you to meet the future of workplace efficiency. With Smith Agent Studio, you can make the most advanced solutions and take your team's productivity to new heights. It's a no-code, drag-and-drop environment that lets you create powerful AI agents effortlessly. And with just one click, these agents integrate directly into ChatGPT, turning every conversation into an opportunity to boost your team's productivity. These AI agents are more than knowledgeable. They're proactive doers in your daily workflow. This isn't the future, it's what we offer today. Let's empower your team with AI colleagues who are ready to act. Let's make it happen.
In today's ultra-competitive landscape, AI is revolutionizing entire industries. Yet, a critical challenge looms. Today's AI solutions work in isolated silos, lacking collaboration and hampering performance. Enterprises are left grappling with disjointed technology stack, failing to achieve long-lasting AI-driven transformation. Enter Smith OS, the world's first AI operating system for enterprises. Smith OS enables businesses to create seamless networks of coordinated AI agents, transforming complex business workflows into hyper-performing automation. Whether you're a global brand, large enterprise, or government agency, Smith OS is crafted to unlock unparalleled efficiency, collaboration, and performance. What makes Smith OS revolutionary? A network of coordinated AI agents that collaborate seamlessly. With our simple-to-use no-code operating system, democratizing AI becomes effortless. Gain a competitive edge with adaptive, real-time AI coordination. Unlock efficiency, innovation, and unparalleled performance. Modernize with data-driven decisions and be more responsive, informed, and agile. Build trust with robust security and compliance features. Shape the future of collaboration with a harmonious blend of human intuition and AI precision. Smith OS. Welcome to the future of AI for enterprises.
Hello all, and welcome to the first Smith OS Demo Day. Today marks a significant milestone where imagination truly meets innovation. We're excited to unveil what we've been passionately working on for the last 12 months or so, and thank you for joining us on this exciting event. If we go to the next slide. As CEO of Smith OS, I'm really proud of the team we've built. We have an amazing team dedicated to the platform. Many are on the call today. Our founding team consists of Gary Heyman, our CRO. Gary's a seasoned entrepreneur who is really focused on customer experiences, building great relationships, and networking. His expertise and insight have been invaluable as co-founder both of Edgy and Ink with me. I'm Michael Umansky. I'm a passionate entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of Inc. and Smith. I'm focused on transformative impact of AI. My journey includes co-founding Kazang, Edgy Labs, Inc. and Smith. And last but not least, Alexander de Ritter, our CTO. Alexander is our AI expert. He has multiple patents under his belt. He is my co-founder at Edgy and Inc. and now leads the product vision for Smith, bringing the groundbreaking idea from inception to life, which we'll see today. And I'm really looking forward to the demo he's going to bring. If we switch to the next slide, bringing AI solutions to market is really hard. It's time consuming, it's complex. We're going to talk a lot about it today. It's full of technical challenges, from setting up servers to security to actually coding and seeing the complexity of code. Debugging is tough, and then connecting workflows. It becomes a nightmare. And so this is where Smith OS comes in. We saw the problem firsthand as we were building our own AI solutions, and we went to work nearly a year ago to solve it. Smith OS is a transformative AI orchestration platform. It streamlines the entire process of building AI agents and digital co-workers. It's an operating system designed to simplify the creation of workflows visually with a no-code drag and drop interface. The idea is to connect various data sources, APIs, AI models, and this really can be transformative into anything that you want to bring together, from chatbots and apps. Our mission at Smith is simple: build the world's most powerful and accessible and easy to use AI orchestration platform. Make it easy for customers to create limitless applications and workflows. Our core motivation is to empower our customers, their business efficiency, innovation, and sustainable growth. And our vision is really about a future where technology enhances human expertise. So like you can imagine a world where we go to work, we have our AI assistants with us, they help us do repetitive tasks, they help us amplify the work that we're doing so we can do it with less effort and more accuracy. As a CEO, we're all about and if we go to the next slide, Alexander, we talk about the vision around it. As a CEO, we're all about the vision that we've put in place, which is where AI technology enhances that expertise, bringing innovation, customer centricity, agility, and social responsibilities. Those are the pillars of what we've done with the company. And so we have been in your shoes. We built the thing that we needed the most for our platform and our company. And we built it in a way that we wanted that would hopefully translate to the way that you guys can utilize it. Now I want us to dig into the actual platform itself. And so it's a pleasure to hand over to someone who's been instrumental in turning this vision into a reality. So please welcome Alexander de Ritter, my friend, my coworker, and the visionary behind Smith OS. He will take you through the groundbreaking capabilities of the platform and show you exactly how Smith OS is set to revolutionize the way we interact with AI. Alexander, I'll turn it to you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for that beautiful introduction right there. So, hi, everyone. I'm Alexander de Ritter. And as Michael said, I'm a co-founder here at Smith OS. Now, today's a pretty big deal. We have been looking forward to this day for a while. We've been building for a while in the shadows, and we've put out some teaser stuff on social media as well. If you could leave in chat maybe a short message on how you first found out about our product and what we're building, and maybe what you're excited about for today. Our team is in the chat and is ready to also help you answer your questions and follow up with you. So I wanted to start today with telling you just really briefly our background, our story, and how we got here. So Michael Umansky and myself and Gary, my co-founders, we have met nearly a decade ago. We started brainstorming what kind of company we would build together. And around 2016, we created our first company together, Edulabs, which was an enterprise SEO agency. And we've had great success with that. Actually, one of our clients, Toyota.com, in that time, started out at 2.7, 2.8 million visitors per month. That sounds like a large number. Today, that is over 240 million people per year. Massive increase. We were able to do that based on a singular vision and big idea. That idea was that Google would start using neural networks, AI, to understand better what content people wanted to see for being more relevant, intent-wise, and so forth. We created patents in our team around semantic embeddings and content ranking system back in 2015, 16, 17. We had been working on that. So a lot of our research goes back many years. Now, by 2019, we felt, this technology is helping our enterprise customers so well, and we're getting such good results inside of our own agency. Let's try to productize that into a SaaS company. And that is how Ink4All was born. Ink4All.com, we launched on Product Hunt. I think it was maybe like October or something, 2019. And we won Product of the Month. We got off on a great start. And indeed, since launching Ink4All.com, we have gathered more than 1.4 million people on our mailing list. It's been wonderful to see the amazing reviews, feedback, and success stories we heard from our customers on how they used our AI technology to rank really high in search engines. However, ChatGPT came around, and to put it mildly, we got punched in the face. Because see, while the enterprise customers were willing to pay for an enterprise service with cutting edge technology, the average consumer was really looking for the easiest user experience possible. And that is what the chat interface provided. This is what ChatGPT offered. And so in those who are in the know in the industry, they really know that if you were building some solutions that incorporated generative AI, you know that ChatGPT has disrupted a lot of business. And so the question of ChatGPT basically had the questions it raised were really profound. I remember visiting Gary in his home in Dallas, and the executive team of Edulabs was present, and we had conversations about what does this mean for the future of SEO. Imagine a world where everyone now can easily create content, and it floods the internet with massive AI generated content quantities. The supply and demand simply doesn't hold up. You cannot expect Google indexers to all of a sudden index 1,000 times more pages than they already do. It's just not realistic. But for SaaS companies too, the question is, if GPT-3 didn't disrupt you, and GPT-4 didn't, but what about 5, 6, 7? What happens when you get to GPT-10? What happens to your agency? What happens to your SaaS company? What happens to you as content marketers? These were, well, I could put it, existential. Those are existential questions. And so we had to figure out a solution. And I think in the past year, there's one more thing that became very evident to us, and that is that our coworkers or team members and peers we have spoken to in the industry, they also wonder what all this AI innovation means for the future of work, and most in particular, their job, right? So your team is looking for answers. If you're a founder, you're looking for answers. How do you cope with this rapidly changing landscape? How do you solve that agility problem? How do you stay relevant? And so this is our story, and this is where we begin. So how did we respond? Well, last year was really the year where everyone started using this ChatGPT, but there was a significant event that happened in spring that got a little bit less attention than we thought was that it deserved. And the big moment was when the GPT-4 model was able to start calling functions. And with that, OpenAI had their first attempt at launching a plugin store. Now, when we realized that consumers wanted to use an easier to use interaction, that web would go from like query-based search to conversational-based search, we said, you know what? Why fight it? Why not just go with the stream? What if we brought our technology, the core of what we do, or scoring and prediction algorithm that allows you to predict if content will rank in Google 4.5 times more accurate than if not? What if we brought that inside of ChatGPT, so people did not even have to leave their experience that they clearly wanted? So we did an experiment, and it took us about a month. We had to create APIs, consumable APIs for some of the functions that were inside of our app. We had to make it consumable. We had to get our servers up and running. Scalability, encryption. One of the biggest challenges turned out to be authentication for users. We'll talk about that in a second. But we ended up launching SEO.app, which was a plugin among the first 40 plugins in the GPT store. So we made part of the history there. Now, what happened next, that launch week, what happened next was beyond anything that we could have imagined. And it's still hard to all like capture what this means, but it really opened our eyes. The first plugins in that marketplace got 70,000 signups in the first week. 70,000. Now, for us, for SEO.app and the Inc. company, that meant that in that first week, we had more active users than we had gathered over a period of several years with the Inc. for All product. So the traction there was just phenomenal. And this is really where it hit us, where we really clicked in our mind. And it said, like, this is how the next generation consumer wants to interact with brands. This is how the next generation consumer wants to interact with work. And today, we're on the verge of seeing the ChatGPT store launch, Windows launching Copilot, Apple investing $1 billion a year to catch up, Amazon launching 24 new hardware devices to bring the AI assistant in your home, Meta announcing AI Avatar Studio, Google investing in Bard, bringing Bard to Android, going to announce the Bard extension marketplace, just like the Chrome store, very, very soon. 2024 will be a world war AI assistant, where all the big tech companies are going to fight over what is like the next big territory for consumers and work to happen, to have this ecosystem, right? And so we realized that this was the great next frontier, the great next frontier for SEO with brand agents, the next great frontier for how you can get work done. But the challenge was, it was difficult to get our product, get it to market. And we figured, if other people will have this problem, why not create something that can help? Creating a product that allows us to get better every time there's a new AI model, instead of feeling disrupted or displaced. Allow us to move in an agile way and be ready for the future. just one last quick anecdote around this is that for our authentication for our plugin, we had implemented Auth0. And because of how many people we signed up in that first week, mind you, this is before OpenAI allowed monetization. Well, Auth0 salesperson talked to us and says, you need to move off our free plan and into our enterprise plan, or whatever it's called. And they gave us a proposal of over $20,000. And that was just to handle pre-monetization traffic, just the authentication part. So we had to figure out a cost-efficient way, and we were already live. We couldn't just turn it off. So there's a lot of things that come with launching such agents, such products, such plugins, and so this is what we want to share with you today. What did we make? Well, essentially, what we made is this here. We made an operating system that allows you to create these agents with a simple drag and drop interface. No coding, fully visual. And all these agents, when you create them, they run on an operating system that handles all the communication, all the inter-process communication, the component services, all of the low-level services, all the high-level services, and all of the interactions and integrations. No hosting, built-in scaling, built-in authentication. Vector databases are now drag and drop. It is so easy to create agents with Smith and then launch them and ship them. Now, we wanted to make Smith ready for the future. So this orchestration is fully multimodal, which means you can handle text, image, video, audio, and really create the pipelines of solutions of the future. It works with any AI model, API, or data, and it uses your workflow. And when you say it works with any AI model, API, data, and workflow, we mean it, and we're going to show it to you in a minute. We also have created the world's first multi-agent orchestration. I'm going. You don't just build agents with Smith. Teams of both agents and humans. And so this is really important because this is how humans work as well in teams. You have a writer, you have a researcher, you have a publisher, and they work together to get stuff done. I was with one of our team members in Austin at the Fed Supernova event earlier last year, and I was there with Chris Gillen, and I was astounded at that event and all of the planning that went into it. You saw everyone from janitors to greeters to people that had prepared their presentation, on those conference desk stands. You had designers, you had programmers who made the landing page for the website. You had all these people contributing to that one event. And so this is when it really hit me, is that collaboration is key, collaborative intelligence. So agents are bringing the agency, but collaboration brings the productivity. And so this will be true for AI agents as well. So on that last point, I want you to envision the future of the workplace as not just remote work or offshore blended teams. I want you to think about blended teams with AI colleagues as the way of the future. So Elon Musk says, show, don't tell. And I think I've done enough telling. So let's go into the showing part. You all excited to see Smith? Right? Get some love in the comments. So let's go into the Smith demo. Now this is my working environment. There's quite a bit of templates and agents here. Let me just tweak the screen to make sure everyone can see the full screen. All right. So the easiest way I can show you how to build an agent is just by doing it. So let's go and create an agent. I'm going to click here, create agent. And we're going to just give it a temporary name. I'm going to say demo day agent. And for this purpose, for this demo purpose, I'm just going to go a little quick and show you an overview of Smith. So it starts out with a canvas. Think of it like the canvas of a painter. And we're going to make some happy little accidents. So let's make an API together. Now, who in the audience has had to build an API before? You know, there's a lot that comes with it. Do you want to see how easy it is to get an API up and running? All right, let's do it. So we're going to go in here, and I'm going to drag and drop API endpoint. Look at this magic. Here I have an API endpoint. All I have to do is give it a name, something like answer question. And there you go. I have an API endpoint. Let's give it an input parameter where it can actually ask the question. All right. I'm happy to announce to you that my work for the day is done. I am finished. My API is done. Oh, screen froze. Did the screen freeze? Let's see again. Add to stage. Let's see here. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to start from scratch so you guys don't miss it, okay? This here? Yes? Okay. Well, it wouldn't be a live demo day without bloopers, right? So good thing we caught it. So let's do this again because I left you all in suspense. Let's create an API. I'm going to drag and drop this API endpoint here. And it is right here. I'm going to give it a name like answer question. And let's give it an input parameter called question. I'm going to save it. And there you go. My work for the day is done. For real this time, because I have just created an API. Now look here. I can go to API. All right. And let's take a look. I have a server. I have an endpoint. And I even have my input question. And I can run this right now in Postman, whatnot. Oh, well, what about authenticating the API and protect it? No problem. I can go here to security and I can add my API key, or I can integrate OpenAuth. Remember that part that was so hard last time? Think about the value that you can create with so much time saved. And so here we have an API, but let's do something with it. So I did something before this call started. I created a data pool. Let me show you this tab. I created a data pool here called Smith OS. And you can see I drag and dropped here some files to it that are all related to my product. I'm going to go back to here, and I want to answer these questions that people might be asking. I want to answer it via my vector database, because why not? So I'm going to access my variable, my input variable as an output, my body.question. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a data lookup component. I'm going to connect this question to my vector database. And notice that this is the database that we just showed. Okay, so that's it. I am finished. I have just implemented retrieval augmented generation. And we can test it right away. For example, I can go to a chat embodiment here, and I can ask it a question and say, what are the benefits of Smith OS? Now, I can obviously refine that a little bit more, but here is my answer. And so what it did in the background is it took my question it sent it to my data lookup, and then it did a vector search in my vector database. I had nothing to configure. This is really all it took. This is how easy it is. But look, I can do really cool stuff with this. I can drag and drop a ChatGPT in here with just an LLM prompt. And then I can choose my model. I can write my prompt. I can use my input variable. I can define multiple ones. Look, I can add another one here, keyword, and I can say, and make sure to use this keyword. And all I have to do is this. And then I connect these variables to each other. I just connect these lines, and it will do that. Now I may have to have a keyword variable actually to do that. But what I can do is I can create a language chain. So the input of one, the output of one becomes the input of another. I can have one write, one edit, and one review. For example, this. What I can also do is I can create a tree of thought. So what if I had an input prompt and I wanted to have 3 different AI models with 3 different prompts generate variations, and then I wanted a final AI model to judge which one was best? You can do that too. Not only that, but you can choose from any AI model in the world. Like, look at this. You have all the GPT models, but then look at these. Anyone recognizes Llama, Hermes, Mixtral, News Hermes? Look at all that. Some of these models run 6 times faster than ChatGPT and are multiple times more affordable. This is fantastic if you have a special application that needs speed. For example, you need to create an agent that can call someone, or time-sensitive applications because they run so fast. We also work with Anthropic. We have Cohere. Really cool. Now, you can also integrate with any API. I can call an API just like that. Anything you can do with Postman, you can do here. You just add the URL, add your headers and body, and that's it. We're going to show you some examples of that later. There's definitely a bunch of advanced components here, and I don't have time to show everything, but I will show you some really cool things. An agent can remember things. You can index things live in the agent while it's working. You can say, if you encounter this and you think it's important, remember that for the future, and you can add it to your vector database. Obviously, we already looked at the data lookup. You can also retrieve it, and you can also clean it up. You can also forget. Now, remembering, retrieving, and forgetting, those are the core elements of making agents that have memory and can grow over time. They can learn from what they have done before. This is tremendous. You have the logic gates, and then something I'm really excited about is like the full integration with all of Hugging Face. Any model you can think of, it is here, and with a drag and drop, all you have to do is bring your Hugging Face access token, and it will just work out of the box. Now, Smith OS is an intelligence orchestration platform, right? So if you're using a SaaS solution that has an API, Smith works with it. If you have a data source, Smith works with it. If you have an AI model in Hugging Face or elsewhere, Smith works with it. If you have an API, an AI model in a large language model or vision model, Smith works with it. We don't provide those services. They change every day. And so with Smith, you can rise to the speed of the market. Anytime there is a new AI model on Hugging Face or whatnot, boom, you have it right there in Smith, and you can take advantage of it as a company to make them the coolest workflows. It also works with Zapier AI actions. One of the things that I'm really excited about as well is full agent reusability. For example, I've got this agent here called Scraps, and you can just drag and drop Scraps, and Scraps is fully reusable in this agent. Now, Scraps itself is an agent that that knows how to scrape the web, and this is I'm just going to quickly show this to you. So this is Scraps. Scraps takes the URL as an input parameter, and then figures out with a classifier if it is a YouTube link, it's a PDF document type, image site, etc. And then based on that, it just follows a different flow. For example, if it's YouTube link, it will get the transcript. If it's a PDF, it will get the text. If it's a product page, it will extract structured product data. And for Amazon, it has special scraping rules. It has a general content and can even get subreddits and Reddit posts. Now, imagine reusing scraps in a different context. You do not have to rewrite that logic every time. So this is the power of multi-agent systems, the ability for agents to collaborate and create kind of collaborative consciousness, collective intelligence. Now, I'm going to show you just like a real quick example of multimodality. And I'm going to take this one here. It's a really simple agent, but it's a really fun one. So what I did here is I have two image generator models, two different AIs, and I'm going to ask both of them the same question. Whatever we ask here to make as image prompt, we're going to ask them to make an image. So we're going to have two images, and then I'm going to send these two images here to a vision AI model that can review these images and compare them and answer a question about it. So let's go in debug mode, and I'm going to say for my image prompt, I'm going to say an image of a random animal, and ask a question. I'm going to say, which is the biggest animal in this picture? And I'm going to run this. So what's going to happen now, it's waiting on me because I'm on debug to hit step. So I'm going to hit step. And you see here that that my prompt was passed here and my question is here. It will pass that along to this component and this component. And we're just waiting on the vision model to complete. It is ready. So let's take a look. My first image here is, this looks like maybe a fictitious animal, kind of like a raccoon hedgehog mix. And here we have another animal, an anteater, I believe. So pretty exotic one. So now it will have to answer the question, which is the biggest animal. Now notice that I could have not prepared this demo. And I could have not prepared this because I did not know what random image would be generated. So let's see what this what this one decides here. I think this would be the largest animal, although this one is fictitious. And if it's fictitious, at least it looks like that. Maybe it's larger than a tree. So so here we know here, right? So the anteater is a giant anteater. So it appears to be the biggest animal. So yeah, this is what I thought. The anteater wins, y'all. This is an example of full multimodality. How cool is that? You heard of language chains, but have you ever seen visual, no code, multimodal, multi-agent chains before? Think about what you can do with things like that. And this is the UX for creating agents. It is very easy to create these agents, but you can also deploy these agents everywhere. You can deploy them to your website as a chat. You can deploy them as a backend API to power your code or no code front-end application. You can deploy it in your workforce as a Microsoft Copilot to your team or as a custom GPT for your team. And I'm happy to show this as well to you right here. So for example, if you wanted to turn this into a chatbot, you can change the colors, you can change the logo, you can change its personality, and you can also deploy this to your domain. Real quick as well here, if I go back here, you can deploy your agent to production, give the name, version number, attach it to a domain, and add release notes. So you have version control. You can control the behavior of the agent here. You can define your domain over here in subdomains. We have agents deployed to Discord, to Google Chat. We have agents that work inside of HubSpot. We have done a lot of different agents. And then to the question of templates, yes, we are creating a template library, and we are going to be sharing with you how to get started with this as well. More about that in a bit. Now, with that said, I would love to show you a a basic SEO agent. So so this one here it's quite cool. I'm going to go in here now, and let me show you this. All right. So what we have here is we have an SEO agent that will create content. Start first by looking at Google results, creating an outline, then turning that outline into an article along with every section, and then finally publishing that article to WordPress. Who would like to see this in action? Everyone? I guess so, right? So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this here. I'm going to go to debug mode, and here I've turned on my embodiment. Ask it to create an SEO article about the future of search engine optimization. And here, since I am in debug mode, is going to now identify that there is an API endpoint that can solve that. We're seeing it scrape Google. And because I'm in debug, I have to go navigate through every step. This is a blessing because I have tried building agents before without this debug interface, and it was hell. So here I have scraped Google. I've analyzed the top 10. I've extracted important information from it. And here you can see the agent creating an outline from that. Now we are moving from this outline to, looks great. Let's write the article. And I'm going to skip a step. I'm going to ask it to immediately also post it to WordPress as soon as it has the article. So I will be attaching this to the session, and now it is going to next step, and it attached. Okay, great. It is now going to, in parallel, at the same time, is going to call 5 different language model API calls and write all of those sections at the same time. So we save time. There you go. This is ready. And then here it is compiling all that into an article. This is ready as well. Now notice that in the chat, it is immediately already calling article to WordPress because that was my instruction. Say write it and publish it. So it is now sending this article to this endpoint. And I'm going to go to the next step once again. One moment. And you're going to see this in a moment that it will have moved on to the post to WordPress. It's doing a lot of work in the background. There it is. It is calculating the authentication header for us posting to WordPress, and it is complete. So here we have the link. Let's take a look at it. And we're going to click on this link, and here we go. We have the article on our site posted as a draft, full outline there. I can click on it, and here we go. It is on my draft. Now, what I want to show you next is kind of answering one of the questions from chat. you can deploy this to ChatGPT. And this is just one example. We call these embodiments. This is one of the ways we are empowering our team to have an incredible year. By the end of 2024, I'm here just confirming that I give permission to GPT to send this to our Smith agent. And it's the same kind of prompt. It's just like write an article about. And this is really illustrative. You can see, you can just see that it sends it to that endpoint with those parameters as we expected. And here we already start getting the output. So what I want you to think about this here is how will work change as a result of this? Work is set to change completely. In fact, bringing my stage remove. So, in fact, thinking about this, our companies we're working with are having initiatives in 2024 where every department, every worker, every process, every report, every piece of research will have AI agents collaborating with the team in team chats. We already have, our engineering teams already has agents that integrate with GitHub, knowledge base, and the ticketing system. Our project managers can ask how the team is doing between Toggle and Asana, and can know who is over allocated or who has availability. It can automatically create tickets. We have our sales team. We have our sales team is equipped with sales agents that help integrate into HubSpot and create personalized outreach messages, scrape the web, gather that information, and so forth. We are working with the Department of Defense on agents that can audit code for weaknesses. We are working with logistics systems companies who are thinking about deploying drones in warehouses to see if there's they can take a picture of the product and see if it's actually in stock and process that with vision models. Smith can dispatch the drone, process the image, and update the product inventory. It is like magic. You can imagine there's an entire new world out there of things that you can do. So with a product like this, where you can literally create anything that you can imagine with a drag and drop, you can save so much time. You can save so much money. Think about your content team. Think about your productivity, your ROI, and your profit margins. But also think about a tool of it as a tool for prototyping and winning new contracts with clients, going from idea to solution in an afternoon rather than spending a week or 2 weeks. Fun fact is that some of these agents that I've created, I put on Upwork and got a quote for. They came back at $50,000 to $150,000 quotes, and time span starting at 3 months. That was the minimum. That was the shortest time period, going to 12 months. And that was for functionality, working functionality of an agent that I had taken what the agent was able to do, and I put in an Upwork description. So think about how much time you can save. Think about how much money you can save on development and efficiency, but more importantly, on what it can do for your business. And then one more note on this concept of brand agents. Very soon, consumers are going to start looking beyond just the Google Assistant. They're going to start interacting with search more conversationally. SEO is becoming omni-channel. You will need at some point in 2024, you will need to start getting ready for that. You will need to have the ability to create your brand agent. Think of it as an interactive form of your website or your best salesperson. And that brand agent needs to be in all of the different marketplaces where consumers are interacting with brands, because this is the new frontier for customer interaction. Be where the customer is in the least amount of friction. And this future is coming rapidly into vision. with all the big companies, of course, starting to fight over what is going to be this AI marketplace. So with that, I would love to say, like, there's going to be a lot more questions you have about the product. There's not enough time for me in just this little time to go over every single thing we have to offer. But we are here, and we're here to help you answer questions. So we have a really great Discord community where we have people coming asking questions, or engineers are there, or team is there to help you answer questions about how to build agents and what you can create. You can showcase your agents as well and show off what you have made there. But we are also creating programs to help people and agencies get really to the forefront of this. And what I want to talk about next, so just if you have questions, reach out. I'm sure you have more questions, and we'll be happy to answer those. But what I'd like to talk about next is, how are we going to get this in your hands? And so with that, we're going to talk about the early adopter offer. And so as a background for this, really what we're trying to do, and I'm just talking to you directly and openly as a company, we are not quite ready yet for the floodgates of 10, 20, 40, 50, 100,000 people. We're not ready to service that many people. That is at least 1 month away. But we have been in early access with close partners, agencies, and people we have worked with in the past since November. And we have had tremendous amount of positive feedback. We have had the privilege to train them one-on-one, understand what it takes to onboard someone on a product like this. And we've learned the things are necessary to make it as easy as possible. So today we are looking to get 100 people in our early access program. And there are 22 people who already are part of that program today. So there are 78 spots left in that, where once this is done, this is complete. We are not going to go back here. So if you are interested in being an early adopter, please don't miss this, because this offer will not come back. So right off the bat, all early adopters will have access to the Smith platform with unlimited agents. So we're not going to limit the amount of agents you can make in our platform. We're also going to let you add as many team members as you want. It is not like Figma, where everyone is in there at the same time editing, but it's more like WordPress, where you can take turns of editing the agent. And as such, you can have different people collaborating on one agent and viewing an agent while another person has the edit privileges. So you can collaborate with your entire team. There's no limit on the amount of agents you can build. To have an understanding of the pricing mechanism, we work to make it very fair and transparent. A task is one of the completed nodes in your agent's workflow. So if you have an agent, let's say like the SEO agent that could research, write, and publish, let's say there's about 20 nodes in there. If you ran that 5 times, you would consume about 100 tasks. You run it 1,000 times, you do the math. So it's very transparent. It's clear that the early adopter offer at 500,000, that's 500,000 tasks per month, is very generous, where you can basically build everything you can imagine. This is the type of offer that we wanted to put together for early adopters. If you need more tasks after that, you are going to still have 50% discount. This cost is 50% discounted from what it will be at retail when we go live. And this is the base price, 50% discounted. And then anything you will need beyond that when you scale up will also be 50% off. The way I want you to think about this is that think of it as you would hire labor. If you were able to hire quality talent at 50% of the cost of your competitor, what would that be for your business? That would be a big competitive advantage, right? Now, this is for early adopters. This offer will never happen again. Once they're gone, they're gone. It is in our benefit to work with 100 early adopters early on so that we can really take care of you and scale with you. And we believe that deserves to be rewarded as well. Now, next thing is the benefit is you will have access to this technology also before we go for general release. We are about a month away from general availability. Today, you have 30 days roughly to be ahead of everyone else. You can get your agents built. By the way, if you want to build agents for the GPT store, this is how you can do it. If you want to start automating your content, socials, sales processes, or internal processes, you can start with this today. One of the things we're really excited about is with brand agents is this whole notion of understanding what customers are asking for. This is a type of analytics you cannot have with typical web pages. So it's a very valuable source of data as well. Getting early access means you know earlier than your competitors what consumers are asking for, which means you can optimize for user experience before this becomes the next frontier for Google search. So early access will continue to be a benefit in the coming year. I saw a chat message earlier as I was glancing. Do we have any affiliate or partner programs ready? Not quite yet, but we are planning to bring those. And our early adopters will be the first in line to have the option, not mandatory, of course. But you'll have to be the first ones to have opportunity to join that program before everybody else. So when it comes to revenue sharing or affiliate programs or access to future early features, you'll be first in line. Then the SEO agent that I demonstrated today, as well as the multimodal thought chain agent, these are going to be the first templates we're going to share with you. These are going to be for you. I worked on them personally, and they provide an easy to extend framework if you want to tinker with it and modify to your flow. It's very easy. If you just want to use them out of the box, a researcher, a writer, a publisher, how much would that cost you per month if you had such people on your team? Versus with Smith, out of the box, just $1,117 per month. You already have access to that. Plus, of course, the scalability and how you can scale this. You can scale this 10x, 20x. There's more than enough tasks in there to do whatever it is that you can have in your imagination. We have clients that have prototyped and won RFPs already worth $300,000 and created the entire prototype in Smith in less than 1 week, whereas the RFP prototype allowed them to take like a month and a half and priced accordingly. So this also allows you to win more business. There's many ways to make money with Smith. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing for our early adopters is we're going to start this thing called the MACE Academy. MACE stands for Multi-Agent System Engineer. And that means that you basically have access to the training for the job of the future. We believe that in the future, everyone with their own skill. In finance, you will build, maintain, and run agents and operate agents in the finance using your experience. If you're in the marketing department, you will do that in the marketing department. You will build, maintain, and run those agents there. And so in any organization, the people who are able to make available these technologies, these processes, these agents to the rest of the company are going to be some of the most valuable team members. As an agency or as an individual, you'll really want to have access to our training because in this training, we're going to run 2 live sessions per month where we're going to answer questions, build agents together, answer questions, show and tell. And in this program, you're going to learn how to basically future-proof yourself. And then by extension, this is what we're doing in our organization as well for your entire team. And then you, of course, will be able to be certified, which will have all kind of benefits as well for you and your organization. When people are looking for agent engineers, you'll be the first to be found. And then finally, just because we can, and we have built this product, we've built it over 4 years, everyone who is an early adopter for SmithOS will get our enterprise version of Ink for free, no extra cost. We'll throw that in along with the step-by-step. It's over 60 hours of material, many videos that show you how we used Ink for All and our technology to create 1 million visitors per month in 16 weeks time on our Ink for All blog. That is true. That is live. This is not inflated. And the method is detailed step by step. That course will be yours as well. And you can, of course, automate all of it with Smith if you like. We have not yet done that, but maybe you'll be the first to do it. So this is the offer. We think it's extremely compelling. We try to make it extremely attractive for the people who are going to be first in line to support us. About a month from now, we are going to go for a general launch. We hope that we can promote with you, share with you, celebrate with you the victories that you're making as you are ready to conquer 2024, to not be fighting against the flow, but to embrace this rapidly changing environment of AI in the world that we live in. So that's all I got. I'm hoping that I didn't skip anything very important. I think the team has put the link in the chat. Team, if you can just put it one more time. That's where you can find the, everything that you want to know about this offer and where you can sign up as well. I hope to welcome you to the Smith family, and let's make 2024 a year for the history books. And I see Michael dropped it in link. I have some time left myself. If you have to go, this is the end of the live stream. But I have some time left to answer questions if that is something you want to do. And Michael, in the background, feel free to feature some questions on screen as well. What exactly is one task that one person ask? Well, exactly one task is a successfully completed node. So if you would look at this here, the endpoint is one node, scraping Google is one node, and write an SEO outline is one node. So to create this outline here, you would have consumed 3 tasks if there were no errors. And so you can easily imagine the math. An agent that has 5 steps, you can run it 1,000 times and it will consume 5,000 tasks. And so you can do the math in your head easily. Can it interact with Python scripts or Windows apps? It is designed to interact via APIs because we do not want to. What we want to be is an intelligence orchestration platform, and we see the web itself as a collective consciousness, basically always getting better every day, new APIs, new data, new AI models. So by orchestrating everything that comes out, with Smith, you can kind of just like drag and drop it in your workflow and be the first to get to market. If you have a very custom solution that requires a type of functionality the web does not yet have, that could be your secret sauce. Build it as a high code API that just does one singular thing without worrying about all the delivery and everything else, and then include it in your Smith workflows. We have people who do that as well. Let's see here if we had any other questions. Custom integrations into Salesforce, HubSpot, Copilot. There are some real benefits here of being an early adopter, because how many Salesforce customers are out there that would benefit from you being the first one to build a Salesforce integration agent and then taking that to market? You can make millions of dollars in your niche, but Smith allows you to do it. Our team is using HubSpot and even Shell. I think on LinkedIn, we have already posted a few videos where we integrate with HubSpot. For example, when my AI note taker finishes, it calls a Smith agent with a transcript and says, here you go, and the meeting name. Then the agent looks up in Google Calendar who were attending that call, gets the emails, cross-references it with HubSpot, sees if there's a lead in there, extracts the data, enriches the transcript with the context about this lead, and combines that data to come up with a sales closing strategy, and then updates HubSpot. The video is on LinkedIn. Shell made that agent from our team. So you can definitely do that. And the early adopter program is a way for you to be first in market to do those things. Let's see here. We also have a question around an app marketplace. Now we are very integrated to continue to build out our node library with all of the integrations. This is going to be a massive focus for us in the next few months. One thing we're also going to be doing is create an agent library where you can import agents and see how we built it and run them and tinker with them. What we're less interested in is becoming a consumer app store for agents. The truth is that between Google and Microsoft and OpenAI and all those companies, there's going to be plenty of those. Our purpose is more helping you build and run agents wherever it is that you want to take them, whatever store you want to deploy them, whatever organic channel or internal channel you want to deploy them at. So that is more the focus of Smith. So if we do have a template library, it is more destined to inspire and teach and help you get a quick start to reaching your objectives. We want you to own your own agents, in other words. Let's see if we have any additional questions. Yeah, so it's really the difference between AI. What's the difference between AI and AI agents? That one is really in its agency. So it's no longer just a chat that's just sitting there and waiting for you to ask it something and then gives a text answer. Agents can do stuff. They can interact with the real world, with Internet of Things, with robots, with APIs. They can also interact with anything that you're interacting with on your screen. They can interact via API. They can process images, video, text. You can make them turn them into your ultimate colleague. And so it is in fact like disrupt yourself or be disrupted. In fact, our entire product, Ink for All, you could just recreate inside of Smith now. And it's quite ridiculous. I've had people come to me and say, I've invested in this startup that could do so-and-so a few years back, and I can now recreate that inside of a Smith in less than 1 week time. It is an entire paradigm shift in how you can create and go to market and take advantage of this. All right, do agents work in a sequential order? Can they go back to each other asking for correction in the article? Yes, yes to both. They can do both parallel or sequential. We also have a loop component that can run step by step. Now, one note is that if you deploy your agents in the ChatGPT store, ChatGPT is quite impatient. ChatGPT will time out if your agent has not returned an answer within 20 or 30 seconds. Smith allows you to run agents that can do very complex work that can take half an hour to complete. So if you want to deploy them to ChatGPT, those agents that work a long time, you'll have to run those via API calls or like webhooks. And if you want conversational chat agents, they can work and deploy in like chat environments. Can you integrate proxies and use different user agents for browsing and scraping? So again, we're an intelligence orchestration platform, right? So we are not trying to build a scraping solution with proxies, and what we're trying to do is let you use those. For example, we have been using Scraping Bee, which is an amazing scraper that already comes with proxies and already has solved that problem. It is just a copy paste into the API call, into the get field, URL field, and you have one of the world's best scrapers just at your fingertips. We use this heavily for. So one of the goals we're having, and I already mentioned, is extending our node library. So we're going to be adding recommended integrations for all these things. Think of it more like a very, very advanced Zapier. Like Zapier is like children's blocks, and Smith is like enterprise level production, build very complex workflows with intelligence. The orchestration ability in it is also on a very next level. I see one more question regarding the reseller white label partnership level. Now, I already mentioned the early adopters will be first in line to have access opportunity to our affiliate program when we launch this. That will come with revenue sharing opportunity. We want you guys to be our partners and help us take this to market. We want you to profit from that. And one thing I wanted to mention here in this vein is I truly, honestly believe that this technology opens up the next big frontier for ClickFunnels, of what it will morph into. As people are moving from like web pages and queries to conversational experiences, something like Smith will allow you to design like the ultimate sales funnel, the ultimate conversational sales funnel. And you can do this with phone calls, with text messages, with emails, and follow up with people across all the channels they're on. The opportunity for creating the next generation of ClickFunnels is really amazing for somebody who knows what they're doing and has access to Smith. What is the difference in using Zapier apps? Well, so if you have used Zapier, it kind of works more like, if this happens, then do that. And then maybe there's a split, maybe do two things. If you compare that to Smith agents, it really is an entirely different scenario. I will give you an example. I'm going to give you an example of an agent. These are things you could never imagine doing inside of Zapier. Here's an agent. Look at these. Look at this logic flow and how this all connects. And something like this is impossible to model in Zapier. So I would say Zapier is a good and easy way, and we fully integrate with Zapier to maybe like connect two different systems together so they talk to each other. But Zapier will not let you build AI agents, will not let you deploy those agents to all the different places where you should deploy them. Zapier does not have agent-to-agent communication, and Zapier does not allow for complex workflow, which basically meets the need of modern workflow and real work. Zapier is really handy if you need two systems to just quickly connect and talk to each other. If something happens, then do that. It does not make decisions, complex multi-step reasoning. All right. Yeah, deterministic. They do have a component that has an LLM component, so to speak. But again, it's night and day. Zapier is baby steps compared to what you can do with agents. All right, we'll definitely let you know when the affiliate program is ready. And hopefully you can join our early access program as well. All right, any last questions? I think we should wrap this up very soon. We are 13 minutes over time. I'm sure you all have a lot of work to get back to, but we will continue to be here. You can find me on LinkedIn or Twitter. You can also find us at smithos.com. And one more time in the chat, I think the link here is smithos.com//early-adopter. We hope to see you there. Look forward to partnering with you and making 2024 an incredibly productive year. Thank you for joining.